Good morning. How are you doing? This is David coming at you with our 5-minute weekly safety meeting. So we don't have a lot of time. Let's get in it. This week I want to talk about overloaded circuits. First thing first, what is a circuit? If you go to your breaker box, your panel box, and you see your breakers on the left side, you have odd numbers. On the right side, you have even numbers. If you were to cut off breaker number 2 on the right side, everything that goes off with that breaker is on circuit 2. That's simple. So on and so forth throughout the whole panel. That is how it's set up. Doesn't matter if it's lights, outlets, GFCIs, or appliances. If it goes off when you cut that breaker off, it's on that circuit. Now, we're past that. Let's move on. What is an overloaded circuit? Overloaded circuit is basically a circuit that has too much on it. You have too much plugged in. And it's not the amount of items you have plugged in per se, but what are those items requiring from your electric box? How much is it pulling from it? So those are the things that you have to know. So hair dryers pull more, space heaters pull more, curling irons pull more, your irons pull more, vacuum cleaners pull more, things with motors, things like, items like that pull more. Your general lighting and phone chargers and stuff like that really don't pull that much, but they add to what's coming from that particular circuit. So too much on a circuit, that's how a circuit gets overloaded. Signs of an overloaded circuit. If your breaker keeps what we consider tripping or cutting itself off, if a breaker is cutting itself off, it's doing it for a reason. Either the breaker has an issue, there could be an issue in the wiring, there can be an issue with something plugged into it, but whatever, the breaker is doing its job. Breakers are designed, they are literally overcurrent protection. So they are designed to cut off if there is a problem. So if your breaker is cutting off, don't just keep cutting it back on. Call a professional so we can figure out why it is cutting itself off. So that is signs, like I said, so we got tripping breakers, lights dimming. If you have lights that's just getting real dim for, you plug something in and your light start dimming. And if you didn't order mood lighting and you're getting it throughout your home, you need to call us. Motors are starting to slow down. Maybe your fan motor, it just seems like it's not quite moving like it should when everything else. And then it might speed up, might slow down. Could be a problem with the fan, but it could be an overloaded circuit. So, and there's other items. Those are just a few symptoms, a few things that you kind of notice around your house. If you have overloaded circuit, these are some things that could be going on. What are the dangers? Let me get in here real close. Make sure. Can you see me? Ain't close enough. An overloaded circuit is a fire hazard. You heard it here first. I really don't care who does not agree with that. An overloaded circuit is a fire hazard. It's putting a strain on the breakers, putting a strain on wires, putting a strain on that outlet, and all of those strains could cause a fire. So an overloaded circuit is a fire hazard and it should be attended to quickly. All right, so how do we finish? All right, so I got a minute. Let's go. How do we fix an overloaded circuit? One of the easiest ways to fix an overloaded circuit is to run another circuit. So if you have an area that you're using a lot of power, like a studio or something like that, we want to get its own circuit. Let's run a new circuit there. If you have, say your laundry room where you have your iron plugged up, let's run a new circuit there. If you have an area or a person who is cold and they have extra space heaters, let's fix that situation. Let's get it a dedicated line. Let's make sure that it has the right outlet in there, and we can make it safe by running a new circuit to that area. And that's basically what we do. You can lighten the load by taking some things off, but you still got to plug them up somewhere. So we taking them out, You got to plug them up somewhere. So that's where we have to run a new circuit. I'm running over my time a little bit, but safety first. This is David with Skills with your weekly safety meeting.